So, a lot of you probably watch my content and think this is fucking hilarious, which, I mean, it kind of is. But it's actually a lot deeper than that. So, before I ever got into sales, I was a magician and a mentalist, where my job basically came down to understanding human behavior, what makes people tick, and giveaways in terms of body language and all that sort of stuff that can reveal how I'm going to figure out some information. That was my job. So whilst every other high ticket closer out there is asking the same questions, like, how does that make you feel? Using the exact same word tracks, they're doing this without truly understanding human behavior and like who they're actually speaking to. I break patterns. I use humor. I say things that no other sales rep out there would even think of to get the prospect to heavily let their guard down. And it's in that moment where I shine. If you want to understand this on a deeper level, you can DM me on Instagram at dgencloser. But what I've also done on this video is I've attached like a 5-minute explanation, like explaining the philosophy and how this actually works. So the problem, right? In 2026, every single rep is sounding the exact same because they've all been taught the same way by, in a large majority, the same person, right? Now, I don't have a problem with this guy whatsoever, right? I mean, fair play to him, right? Because he sold a shit ton of NEPQ programs. But when you look on Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, everybody's copying him because since it's been around for so long and so many people do it, NEPQ has essentially become mass-produced, right? Like you see NEPQ reps, you see them handling objections that, yeah, it sounds cool, but how the fuck are they even getting that objection in the first place, right? And the issue with this is because, 5 years ago when the high ticket sales, selling online programs was a new thing, nobody had been on a sales call before for online programs. So it was fine, right? People didn't know what questions were going to get asked, how the call was going to go, and everything like that. But, 5 years later, people have been on calls before, right? They've been asked, how does it make you feel? What will life look like for you personally? They've been asked all that shit, right? And as we know, not every online program is created equal. So if they have been sold by a rep on a program that didn't really work out, right? Or you just start to sound like a rep that they've had on another call, then the guard goes straight up and they see straight through you, right? And you never actually get to where you want to go and you just feel like you're attacking a brick wall. So how do we solve this, right? It's pretty simple. We need to essentially stop trying to be someone else and be ourselves, right? Stop focusing on what to say and how to act and the tone and all that stuff and focus on what the prospect says, the prospect's tone and how they act, right? Because if you watch any of my sales calls, you'll see me say shit so out of pocket. I'll use humor, I'll confuse the prospect, right? Because that's who I am. That's the type of person I am, right? But the prospect can see that they're genuinely speaking to me and not a mini minor, right? So they'll let the guard down, right? When the prospect lets their guard down, they open up truly. And if they see me, I see them, right? And I truly understand who they are. Because I didn't learn word tracks. I learned human behavior, like actual human behavior. Like I actually did, unlike what a lot of people say that they fucking did. Right? When they do this, when they let their guard down, when they're a bit confused, when they're leaned in, all the insecurities, the language incongruities, and all that sort of shit, it comes to the front of the conversation. What this does is allow me to truly understand who they are, how they perceive the world, but also identify all the limiting beliefs and reframe and challenge them within the first 5 minutes of the call. Like I can ask one question and know exactly what to do at the start of the fucking call. This influences the rest of the call where I'm the one that holds all the leverage, leading to 90% of the time closing with 0 objections. I can count on my hands the amount of think about objections I've had. Like we're in a time now where you can't read word tracks from a book. You have to read humans like a fucking book. Right? I know what you're thinking. Well, come on then, Joe. Let us fucking see it. Let us see how you're different, whatever the fuck. So here is a clip of the first 5 to 10 minutes of the call with a super skeptical prospect, right? Where I got into her entire life by just being a fucking funny guy. And I took her back to being a child, reframed all the beliefs, figured out where the skepticism came from when she was a child, right? And she closed with zero objections. And I can guarantee 90% of you closers out there would have got fucking stuck and wouldn't have known what the fuck to do. So if you'd like to see that, watch this. On Amazon right now. Jeffrey, you said that like you've set up an account and everything, but haven't like sold a product or something like that. Was that right?
Yeah, so I've been interested in starting on Amazon for a couple of years, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, so I keep like not through like straight through the 4 years because I have been working, I've had a baby, I have young kids. It's just
Oh,
something I keep
congratulations.
thank you. I keep circling back to it. So I have done a lot of research on different models. I've done different like learning programs, so I'm not oblivious to like how Amazon works. I've opened an Amazon storefront before. I've registered a sole proprietorship. Like I've gone through all the steps. I've never launched a product.
Really? Why? Why?
I think it's like fear.
Okay. That's
Like
fine.
I don't know.
That's fine. I mean, it's normal to be scared.
It's
What
hard
is it
for
you
me to
are?
take risk. So
It's hard. Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay. When you say it's hard for you to take risk, what do you mean by that? Just so I understand.
I'm not a gambler. So
You should try
it's
it. It's great.
I know it's funny because like my husband, he's the one that's like take the risk, like just do it.
So
Like
he's the
well,
one that's actually pushing you to do this.
he's the gambler.
Okay. So what is he? What is it you're afraid of happening?
Failing, I guess, that I'll just
Why?
throw away my money and my time.
Why? Why are you afraid of that?
Mm, I don't know. It's like it almost, I'm so used to being in like a 9 to 5 and working for like time equals money that it just is a hard to believe concept for me.
Mm. So is it who? When you say it's a hard to believe concept, do you mean making money outside of a job?
I think just like being successful on Amazon, even though I keep seeing it.
Okay. Do you mean like you see other people being successful, but you still don't believe it?
Yeah, like just by over the years, I have like followed different people. Like how I came across Jeffrey's account was actually another Canadian Amazon wholesale seller that I follow that I followed for a couple of years since he was just starting out. And so I think I'm lacking a community of support. I don't know anybody else who's done it.
Yeah, I mean we've got that, right? But I guess at the end of the day, right? The community's great, right? Like they talk a lot in it, and it does help a lot of people. But at the end of the day, they're not moving into your house because you probably couldn't fit that many people, I'd imagine, because there's a lot of people in the community, right? So it's like at the end of the day, it still comes down to what you do, right?
Mhm.
And what you think internally. So I guess for you, like, what's even the reason why you're actually wanting to do this? Just so I understand.
I want to have a stream of income that comes in where I don't have to work all the time. So I
Okay, and
want
why is that?
something,
Why is that?
yeah,
Why is that important for you?
because I want to be able to focus on my family. I have young kids.
How many kids?
I don't want to outsource my family to work.
Okay. When you say outsource your family, do you mean like have other people like looking after them and stuff? Like
Yeah, like
babysitting?
have them in daycare, have them in before and after school programs, have them being taken care of by family on weekend for me to work, like things like that. I want
Okay.
the time back with them. And right now I'm in a place because I just finished kind of time off for having a baby that I'm not working right now. And so I have time all day long where
You've
I
got
could
time
be
to commit to.
starting something. Yeah,
Yeah.
never before have I had the time.
Can I make a suggestion? Do you feel like
Mhm.
maybe I know obviously you've said you've had a couple of kids over the past 3 years, so I know that puts you out for like 9 months. But like, would it also be fair to say that maybe you have had time, but that fear has actually held you back?
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Okay. So it's like we're at this situation now where we want to create something so that you can spend more time with your kids, right? Because I guess I mean I'm not a mother, surprisingly, crazy, I know. But like I don't know what it's like to be a mother. So like for you, like what is it actually like being a mother and spending time with kids? Like tell me about that.
Um, I think for me the biggest thing is it's what I didn't have. I never really had family time. So it's just doing all the things I wish I got to do.
Okay. When you say do you mean like when you didn't have like and if I'm going to pry into much, please let me know. okay? But because like I'm British, I'm a nosy bastard. But like for you, was it when you were a kid, you didn't, I guess, have that mother who was there constantly?
Present. Yeah. Like my mom, I had a single mom. She worked all the time. Um, we didn't have a lot of money.
I know how that feels. I come from same background. My mom, same thing, single mom, doesn't make, didn't make a lot. I mean, I've been able to help her out a lot since doing this. But for you, like, as a child, right? And I want you to go back to when you were a child. And I know this is probably not the conversation you were expecting, but like this is what's really going to help the most. Okay, like when you think back to when you were a child in that situation when you didn't get to spend that time with your family, how did that make you feel?
Definitely sad. I think unimportant.
Unimportant? You don't feel, you don't still feel that way now, though, right?
No, but my daughter, sometimes if I prioritize work over her, she feels unimportant.
So you can see.
It happening.
Okay. And how long's that been going on for?
Only recently because she's older now, so she understands. And
How,
because
how old is she?
she's 6.
6. Okay. But, and it's like, that's happened, right? And it's not down to you not wanting to be there for her. Like, I can tell you love your kids just by how you're reacting. I can tell, right? I can tell you're a great mother. But, like, do you see how that's down to allowing that fear to hold you back?
Yeah, I think it's just more since I had my second baby and I've been off and I've been able to be home and be with her. And
And
now I'm thinking
how's it felt for you as a mother being able to do that?
it's good. Like it's great.
Yeah. How
I
does
don't
your
know
daughter
how
feel
it,
about it?
what's that?
How does your daughter feel about it?
She loves it. She doesn't want it to go back to the way it was.
Well, we're gonna let it go back because
I don't want,
there's two things.
yeah,
Isn't there? One is we can overcome the fear, or we can allow the fear to overcome us. Like, what happens if we if we allow that fear to overcome us? Because look, like I can tell you this program's great, right? Like at the end of the day, it's my job to tell you this program's great, right? Like it's my job. Like also, it's like if you're scared, then we're not going to do it, and the situation's going to be the same, right? So it's like, what happens if we allow that fear to continue to hold us back?
we don't get anywhere.
Yeah, and what would that lead to?
Nothing changing. That's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah, and if nothing changes, I mean, if nothing changes, it's going to just be a replication of when you were a child.
Yeah, I don't want to waste any more time not doing it.
So are you willing to overcome that fear?
Yeah, definitely. I think I just need people who have, like, it's almost like I need somebody to hold my hand.
And we'll be there to hold your hand. Like, we'll be there, right? As long as you're willing to take our hand. As long as you're willing to take our hand. Okay? But the reality is, it's like, it still has to come from within you, right?
Yeah.
It's like you can't, what's the word? What's that phrase? You know, it's like you can't, I don't know the phrase, but it's like you can't put a new tire, a new tire is not going to fix a car that needs an oil change, right? In the sense of, it's like we can help as long as you're willing to be helped, right? And as long as you're willing to believe in yourself enough to where you can actually not become a replication of, I'm sure your mother's great, but like not a replication of your mother and actually be the mother that you want to be, right? So are you willing to do that?
Yeah. I think